Hola, hola todos. I hope you're doing well. My name is Estrellita and I'm a first generation Latina college and postgrad coach that supports first generation college students and graduates navigate college and postgrad opportunities. Now for today's video, I am so excited because we will be talking about side hustles for college students. And what better way to support one another than sitting down, creating this video, because not only am I going to be talking about side hustles I've done myself, but also side hustles I've seen other first generation college students do, as well as side hustles that many of you have shared with me over on the Cafecito con Estrellita Instagram and TikTok. But first, let's talk about skincare. Recently, I've been using these products from Free and True. I am so obsessed. The Free and True Bright Side is what I've been using for the last couple of weeks to help make my skin very glowy, and I'm loving it because I'm not much of a foundation girly during the summer and fall times, which is why putting on this Bright Side vitamin C serum does the trick for me. Next, we have the Free and True Body Profit. This product reminds me of childhood, reminds me of home. I'm just so happy when I use it. I will be linking down below the website for Free and True, and I can't wait for all of you to check them out. Now, who's ready to talk about ways to get extra money? Numero uno, online tutoring. Let me paint a pretty picture for you. I know so many of you are psychology majors, sociology majors, math majors, science majors, English majors, the list goes on. Now, when I was in community college, I served as a psychology tutor, and that extra income, especially during the summer times, were just so nice, and I was able to put it in my savings account. Now, what was the true game changer for me when it came to online tutoring was when I was studying for the GRE and the CBEST exam. Now, I am not the strongest math person, but I will tell you, I'm not afraid to ask and invest in help. So for those two exams, I worked with a tutor from Wyzant. Now, I've never been an online tutor myself, but the online tutor I had was just so amazing. And I was able to get all the math support I needed. I was able to pick how much time I needed from that tutor, whether it was half an hour. And we would jump on video call during my tutoring sessions so that she could break down math problems with me on a step-by-step basis. True game changer. And that's why I share with you, if you're somebody that has taken the GRE and you feel confident in it, you have taken the CBEST, or you're very, very good at the concepts in your majors, which again, whether it's math major, psych major, computer science major, if you haven't already looked for a tutoring position on your campus, you can go ahead and look for online tutoring opportunities and go from there. All right, numero dos, substitute employment at school districts. Now, this was so crucial for me when I discovered substitute employment at school districts, because here's the thing. When I was in my teaching credential program, I was already working in an after-school program. So this was a few years ago. However, I wasn't making that much income from my after-school position. It was actually very, very low, and I didn't feel the most comfortable with it. But I also knew that I had to do something about it if I wanted to see change happen. So that's when I went ahead and started asking around to my supervisors as well as my other coworkers if there was anything else that they did while working the after school program. And that's when they shared that at my previous school district, there was a lot of substitute employment opportunities. So for example, I would help out in the cafeteria by cutting vegetables and organizing student lunches. I also worked as a substitute during the minimum day schedule for the middle schoolers and high schoolers. Typically, when I was already working my permanent after school teacher position, I was starting from 2 o'clock further. When I would serve as a substitute on minimum days for the high schoolers, middle schoolers, then I would come to that middle school campus at around 12 and then just fill in, help monitor, supervise snack time for the teenagers. Which again, all of this was super helpful because when I had really important weeks where I had to study for my exams, it wouldn't be a big deal if I wouldn't be working in the cafeteria or if I wouldn't be working at the middle school site where I was a sub, because again, I was a sub. All right, numero tres, podcasting. I cannot emphasize this enough, and I've talked about it a lot in the past on my Instagram and also on the podcast itself. The student podcaster space is truly untapped. And the reason why I say that is because as students, specifically first generation college students, we have so much knowledge, experiences, and wisdom to share. And podcasting, it's super easy. You can literally record a full episode on your phone. And then when you get comfortable enough, you can go ahead and invest in a mic. If you are not already familiar with the On brand, ONN, they sell podcasting mics for at least $20. And there's different things to go around. And the reason why I bring this up is because with podcasting, there are brand partnership opportunities. There are membership communities that you can create where you make a subscription. Probably, I would like to describe it as Patreon style, where your listeners can pay a fee for behind the scenes content on top of listening to your podcast episode. Podcasting as a student can also help you professionally because when you are sitting in job interviews or even applying to go to grad school, podcasting is a whole passion project in itself. Now, I do want to share that podcasting, you don't start seeing the revenue come in quickly. It will take some time. It all just goes back to your consistency, creativity, and strategy behind it. But it is definitely an option, and it's a side hustle that's definitely for the long run. Número 4, selling stickers. Now, this is something I wish I did more. I dabbed a little bit into selling stickers when I was in my credential program. However, I didn't explore it too much because honestly, I had major imposter syndrome at the time. But now looking back, I wish I would have done more of it. And that's why I am sitting here making this video telling you all about it. If there's one thing I can really say that college students for the most part love is representation. And whether that's representation through their major, whether that's representation through their culture, they love it. And that's why selling stickers would be perfect because they're very low cost to produce, and if you get your flow going, you can really sell a lot. So for example, if you're majoring in engineering and you are a proud mujer, Latina woman, all of that, just beating barriers, that is literally a perfect moment for you to consider creating Latinas in STEM. You can wear that on your laptop, on your water bottle, and it's pretty much marketing itself. And then when your peers see your stickers and ask, oh, where did you get that? I love that. You can let them know you're selling it. And then next thing you know, there's a possibility they'll hand you $5 or Venmo you $5 and you just sold a sticker or two. Número 5, content creation. And this can go anywhere from blogging, vlogging, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, wherever it's your place. Definitely check out Lemon 8 too. It's so much fun. But content creation, it's the best way to build community and again, potentially bring in that revenue. And just like podcasting, content creation is more of a long time game. But I strongly believe, especially when it comes to side hustles such as podcasting and content creation, one of the best times to start is when you are a college student because again, you're at a university campus, you have all these amazing sceneries and just community to capture, to talk about in your content, in your podcast episode. All right, número 6, I'm kind of losing track. I need to write these numbers down. But anyways, the next side hustle you can pursue as a first generation college student is dog sitting through Rover. Now, I love this example, especially because a couple of you were talking about Rover in my Instagram comments not too long ago. And it was just so awesome to see that there were PhD students as well as undergrad students using Rover to bring in that extra income and get some nice exercise. And lastly, number 7, Uber Eats. Again, this is one that a lot of you shared via Instagram that you were exploring. It was super fun to see. And honestly, it got me thinking about, should I consider Uber Eats one of these days? All right, I'm having so much fun. So I'm going to share a bonus one that I did for a full year when I was in community college. And that was choreographing quinceañeras. Now, I love my culture. I love connecting with people. And during the time I was choreographing quinceañera dances, it was my last year of community college before applying to transfer. So 2 days out of the week, I would go to the quinceañera's house and she would be there with her friends. Some had damas and chambelanes. Some just had chambelanes. Then they would go ahead and share with me the songs they wanted to use for their waltz, for their baile sorpresa. And it was just always so much fun. All right, mi gente, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. It means the world to me. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. If you've made it this far, please share a coffee cup emoji down below. And if you know of a side hustle that I haven't mentioned in this video, please go ahead and share it in the comments down below. And lastly, if you are interested in one-on-one and community-based support as a first-generation college student or graduate, go ahead and check out the Cafecito con Estrellita membership. I'm going to link it down below. Cuídense y hablamos pronto. Adiós.